This might contain useful information. Let's have a look then.
Your Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. Whereas 'twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis.
Everyone is in despair over what has become of their world. Would that we could grant them hope somehow. Perhaps they might be guided towards regaining their hope.
Well then, son, how might I be of service? Welcome to Bjorn's Armor, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we... check the price, just remember, hope to see you again.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
What's the interested in my morrow?
Dead on my feet. Would that I could spend all day here.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Let my magics grant you an elemental food. The month.
Where are the skeletons?
I shan't allow any further harm to come. You seem to have been chilled. Are you all right? These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. I shall remain by your side. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side. Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied, and sought e'er greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Aye, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old, I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of the new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
I imagine the people of this world will welcome the tidings that there is a place of refuge awaiting them. I quite agree.
The Mad Sovereign's power yet girds this place. It could prove the last bastion of hope for the people. Alas, 'twill not hold forever. The coming destruction can only truly be forestalled if 'tis
I cannot begin to fathom what will become of the...
Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering each. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap. And this world is far removed from the one I know. Then go. Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Since times of eld, remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes. Well. Bring me what you... you reap. shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid ye farewell.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
We shall remain here.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Ah, my friend. Full glad am I to see you safe. If you have come on pressing matters, might I ask you to first bring them to Captain Brandt? I have come to depend upon his counsel, truth be told.
Fair and well, I hope. Look as long as you please.
You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, his grace has been the one. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermund must be quite a burden upon the young Regent King. Let us aid him however we may. By your leave.
Go on, have a look. Time to find me a mark. What to do?
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Such peace.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards, help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. I know not what to make of this.
What's to be done about it?
All this quiet makes me itch.
Dull days for us are as I've been on my feet all day. I'd not mind lingering for a spell. Might look to partner up with someone.
I'm about ready to fall asleep.
Only fools and urchins boast of their coin. Chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
Is there aught you require?
Me? As well as can be expected, I suppose.
As long as I get my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. His Grace is welcome to them.
We have chartered the ox carts as requested. 'Tis a pleasant change for things to go so smoothly, eh, Master? Well said.
I like to come here when I live in
I can't go on.
'Tis our duty to see this peace protected.
I'll take any chance not to see
Our soldiers need
Council
my
my
duties
duties.
I'll
train for this.
stay out of that where it possible.
Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
You have my gratitude.
Up at dawn. Done. Wonder if there's any easy work.
It is good to be reunited.
Well met, sir. Mayhapper. Quick stretch to wake myself.
Salma Arenfer, Alekano Nanderi. I fear for the arbor.
glows red with
Yet
fury.
would see what can be done. What ought I to do?
You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him. I quite agree.
Findelnar, ne veo norwende lis kemen, moriven lis erumar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun findaler, nun mor arda her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar. Nun falesmir, magan.
Mornambwe roth enfane alvasil mines vana. Nevea tara morivin. Lis fra aldakar kemen rose oi andil. Kemen rose elame mor orne arenka liasu? Li arranca su morivin. Li morivin onduiroth mine falis ne kenalien martir. Palan venis in heranon eluisoronne eruor.
Nun is amanda kill angadur.
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm ilarato. Ne chiamenran en firiav la sestir. Moredele erando morivun telume?
Findalnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oyo sur. Airando vanitol melantar. Minas vana tera...
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Et aler, le affermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol. Vanalin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun findaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne artaher firnis. Nun lisa.
Only time will tell whether the cutting shall take root. For now, let us make for the seafloor shrine. Understood.
Now, fair more fin than Tarma.
More must be urged to evacuate. We ought to choose our next destination based on the movement.
Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry. There is a matter I would entrust to you. Alone. That is...
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Now, fair more fin than Tarma.
Casinque telpe nun finaler. Lera ne fir heranon, anne artaher firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenambue javstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros urun leteren, ne romen anartelpe minasfana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintare me kenalen meltol, parante lume an lis, ne kemen cayainju nun sil, ne meltol linkan aldacar, an fir nun fiamor.
Palan menran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod et peller. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falasmir magananon?
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
The elves hold this place as sacred. It stands to reason they would not welcome outsiders in their midst. It is clear they abhor conflict above all else. I should not like to see the serenity of their haven disturbed.
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it. Ah, Sir Arisen. You are with the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, but enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen, and should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the... As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are under...
What business have you here?
Our bodies not forgive me for last night's scuffle.
My back's so stiff after a day.
Time to hit the sack.
Wickedness has no hold in the people's salvation.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. So you are returned, Sir Arisen. We are gladdened to find you safe and well in the midst of this calamity. Now, to what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? You would have the people of this nation abandon their homeland to seek sanctuary elsewhere. 'Tis no small thing you ask of us. We will require some time to consider. For now, prithee speak with Sir Manella. You will doubtless find her patrolling the city. Her assistance will be indispensable if we are to undertake the evacuation of Bakbatal and the checkpoint rest town.
Polished it this morning.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Back to it.
My stomach's growling. Time.
Sometimes all you need's a moment.
Haven't you had enough yet? That's quite enough.
You'll get what's coming to you.
You're just riding on your father's coattails.
You slander my honor, sir. I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further.
Have at you!
Steel yourself!
Steel yourself!
You're made of tougher stuff!
How am I Don't let them get the better of you!
Stay back!
Very well. I shall return.
How dare you interrupt a battle between honorable opponents?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered.
I shan't let them harm you.
You dared to interrupt our duel, but were so craven you required an entourage? Have you no honor? You're not worthy of witnessing our battle.
Indeed. I care for this farce no longer.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal? Outstanding!
Oi! I saw it first. Pfft. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
All right, clear off. Pretty word.
Oi, you trying to nick our dinner? Aye, you'd better run.
Trusting yourself as I trust you.
There's so much more I want.
Trusting yourself as I trust you.
Fight well now, else there is no tomorrow!
I'll not stand idle. Scared? Not on your life. Fie, that hurts!
We're done for.
I ne'er stood a chance. Fie, what's brought you here?
Well met. I've got all I need right here.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business.
Aye, leave off or we'll make...
You'll get what's coming to you.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today.
Got me.
Got to procure materials, polish our tools.
One of these days I'll buy my
Rules in particular.
barely lift their swords.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Soon as you turn your back, let the heavens heed this wish. 'Tis high time I began my meditations.
One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels.
Pray, excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Back Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace. That was certainly worthwhile.
If anyone can see us through this calamity,
Only person I believe in is myself.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
Some of us get complacent, but I train every day.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Things?
can't say I have any tidings to share.
If you don't mind, sir.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray...
Can't you see
I'm attentive and loyal, and prefer...
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? 'Tis a miracle you're still alive, though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as to... And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation. Right you are.
Not a bad haul. Seems you're...
I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can but defend ourselves. Quite agree. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Give it up! You've nowhere to go!
Dare I say it, we trounced our foe well and true. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Was excellent. I could have done no better. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. The chance you'd like to see it?
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful. The path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Got to focus. I would fain aid you.
I suppose I could always run.
Wishing my armor can wait till the morning.
This headache's driving me up the wall.
I'll take the knife off sugar. Get it.
A ballista is a ranged weapon. It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagined would be most beneficial.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with, Sir Lamond. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. It would be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him? You have my support.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get them to safety.
Sir Lamont shall be a boon to the evacuation effort. Let us inform Sir Ernesto of our success. I quite agree.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamont's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Well met, sir.
'Tis locked to it.
'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see. Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen, take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this godsway. Now they ought be free to make good their escape. Splendid.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the Godsway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
It's strange to think a Godsway would be used to guide my brethren to safety, after all the woe they have caused us. That was certainly worthwhile. I believe this is intended as a means of transport. It would be interesting to see where it might take us. This seems useful. To employ it to our advantage. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? Shall we get some rest then? I return safe and sound. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day. Come. We've much to be getting on with. Ready to forge on?
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
There's something strange about the way time passes here. It would seem this is no longer the world we know. Is there no way to...
Need anything? Many thanks.
Hoy! Looking to... No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. Many thanks.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Mufanenwen Alkawa.
Fancy a gander? I've fine goods for sale.
Lorosul Alkawa. Pele one nun ilundren. In Lalasta.
Since times of... Remember. Draconic... Blood flows through the veins of... lesser drakes. As well.
Then I bid ye farewell.
I cannot wait to put this new equipment to use. Let us use it well, that it might prove a worthy investment.
I must burn.
Sur Fearless. Alane Alvekil Kasinke.
Nun ve oyondar atar.
Morfa Menelsar.
Yet the danger has not passed. The sky still seethes with fury.
Caminando?
Kasinke telpe nun filaler. Well, here we are. It wasn't an easy road, but we made it. That's what counts.
We've naught to discuss.
I will do aught I can to see us through this. I only hope I may yet count upon your aid.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
I fear I've naught useful to share.
How's life treating you?
Time to be heading home.
Take each day as it comes, I say. We'll be safe here, eh?
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
This looks as if sweeping me off my feet.
Short rest, then on.
Sharp resist. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
What has happened to this place? Was it not once underwater? Tell is, 'twas swallowed up by the sky. It beggars belief.
Could use more places like this.
Good. Seems well.
met some. How might I be of service?
No doubt your resolve has arisen.
Some of our foes are proficient at ranged attacks. They will prove most troublesome if not dealt with swiftly. Understood. Douse the flames! The fort is too late! We must rest. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come. We've much to be getting on with. Ready to forge on?
worlds uncountable created, only to be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing it. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the Great Will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, the Risen. This world has been safeguarded by the dragon all along. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. answer to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of the Dragon's Dogma. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. Such is the choice you have made, Medicine. By rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of the chance to fulfill the roles they have served. The pawns are no exception. Born of the Nothingness, they were granted the role of aiding in the perpetuation of the cycle. Yet, bereft of the dragon, that role has been unwritten.
Master, such joy I feel. You have given me a gift beyond measure. A fledgling will that burns within my breast. Yet for your sake, I would fain relinquish all I have. All that I am. Master!
Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it.
Stay